Not even gonna try to explain why I've been gone for so long. There's literally cobwebs on my tripod, but we're back. So let me catch you guys up. All right, well, for starters, we got a new truck. We've gotten rid of a couple trucks. The blue dually single cab, that's gone. Traded for this. The service truck, that's gone. We sold it. That's pretty much it. I'm still trying to sell the little K car. If you're interested, let me know. Let's show you around the shop, show you guys kind of what's changed and what's still here. As you can see, we got this OBS now. It's a single cab, short bed, has a 350 in it, and it is a 5-speed manual. We'll go over it a little bit more later on in the video and what we're gonna do with it. The video is kind of based around this. And then jumping over here is the Mint C10. It's kind of been sitting, waiting for the cab to go off to paint. I'm not sure if I posted it, but we do have the motor on there now. But that's pretty much it with this thing. Nothing much has happened to it, just kind of waiting. I do have some parts for it, like a radiator, and I gotta put the tanks on and stuff with the front core support, get that painted and put on. And then out here we have this. Now I know you might be wondering, where did this thing come from? We never saw any video on it. Yeah, no, you didn't. But if you follow my stories on Instagram, you would have. Long story short, this is my girl's dad's truck. He brought it. I did the airbag kit basically on it. Just did bag plates in the front and put a bag where a spring would go. And then in the rear, we kind of made this up, but it just goes on the spring, and then we put a drop shackle and took out a bunch of springs, so now it just lays on the frame, and it kind of gives us the right height that we wanted. For wheels, we got these JK Motorsports. They're 8-lug with the Phantom 10 lug, so behind this is like a plastic stud, and makes it look like it's 10 lug, but it's actually an 8 lug. Not only that, but it's also a flat faced wheel. They're kind of custom made for these trucks. So, you know, you don't have any rubbing issues, because if you were to use a regular Alcoa, it would kind of stick out to like right here. Front fitment is awesome. The truck just looks amazing overall. Story short with this truck, it came in stock, just had lowering springs in the front, and in the back they just took out a bunch of springs. And it had some 16-inch aluminum like dually wheels. And this was the original paint job that it had. It was just all faded. I'll put a picture so you guys know what I mean, but we decided to go with the patina look. Originally he wanted to paint it just a regular blue, but I don't know. I like this paint from the 90s. The theme's pretty cool. It's got the stripes on the bottoms and stuff. In the back we got a blazer bumper. We got the nice little tailgate cover thing. And I decided to go with the clears. It's a little bit different from the U-Haul, but we did the clear lens with the painted housing and all the clear lights. The interior is getting redone as well. Did all new I think they painted the door panels, but a new dash and cluster. I reupholstered the headliner. Kind of worked with what I've had there. Man, this thing's pretty badass. And then on the background over here, we have the U-Haul. Nothing really different with this. It's just been sitting. Took it to Trucks and Cheeseburgers the other day. It was pretty cool, but yeah. Dually over here, I've been trying to get rid of it. Posted it up for $400 the way it sits. Nobody wants it, so whenever I get the time, I'll probably end up taking it apart and just save the good parts and junk the rest. No other white OBS, same story, just been sitting here. Everything's pretty much finished with this truck, just missing a few things like the plastics on the door panels and stuff. Gotta redo the tint, but besides that, she's just sitting here too. I posted it up for sale, and again, no hits either on this. That and the Suzuki are the least popular ones, I guess. This is the air management system for that truck that I was telling you about. This toolbox is gonna go inside the truck. All right, well, with that said, you're pretty much caught up with everything going on. With this thing, traded it for the blue dually. We've got some stuff in the mail for it that I wanna do. And that's kind of why you guys are here now. So, I'll tell you a little about it and show you around. It's a 1990 Chevy C1500, I guess. It's like I said, original V8 5-speed. It's a very clean truck. AC works. Needs headliner and some trim panels and stuff. Odometer marks 131,000 miles. And under the hood, we got a bone stock 350. Like I said, we're gonna be doing a few things to the truck. For starters, And here we're gonna be changing out this tensioner because it's busted. Gonna figure out an electrical issue that it's having. We're also gonna be taking off the bed and changing the fuel sending unit because the fuel gauge is kind of messed up, as well as doing a rear C-notch. I'm gonna be putting 22s on it, hopefully if I could find some for a good deal. So far nothing. The plan for this overall is to have a decent looking truck to take and drive to Daytona for Daytona Turkey Run. So now we got everything laid out. You could kind of see a little bit better on what we're doing. So in the back, we're gonna be doing the C-notch with the flip kit. I also got these forward spring mounts because it has the Belltech drop ones now, and I think they're gonna have to come up a little bit. It's gonna be too low once we do the flip kit. While we're back there, we're also gonna be changing out the fuel sending unit. And then up in the front, we're gonna be changing the tensioner. Like I said, that was broken. And we're also gonna be adding the pulley, which it didn't have it before, and a new belt. All the parts we're using are AC Delco OEM. And we also got the front headlights for it. These are the blacked out housing ones with the markers on the side. They're all blacked out. And now we got everything set up and we know what we're doing. Let's get to taking off that bed. It's gonna be kind of the hardest part. Before we take this bed out, we gotta move the K car out of the way. Hold start. Oh. Well, we got the bed up out of the way, and now I got the chassis all exposed. This is very freaking clean for being a 1990. I'm not sure if it was painted or what before, but I mean, it looks very nice. Got the spare tires still there. We got some booger welds over there too. All right, well, I wasn't too much of a fan of the booger welds on there, so I cut it off, and I'm just gonna do a little turn down here and leave it the way it is. It looks a lot cleaner than going all the way out there. Get a little cold start. I think that's good enough for what I want. All right, well, we got everything cleaned up, looking good. I thought it was originally like this, I mean, it is clean, but when I looked over here, I realized that it's been spray painted. So up front, we also cleaned up the engine bay. It's looking real nice and clean. Let's try with the AC. But now we're done with everything in the engine bay for now. Let's move on to the back. Let's start mocking up the C-notch plates so we can mark it out, cut everything off. All right, so it turned out a little bit more complicated than I thought, so I just went ahead and finished it. As you can tell, it worked. The truck's running, and closer because it works. Next day now, we're starting off a little far from home. We're actually all the way in Sebring. I did a little Facebook Marketplace digging, and you always know how that goes. So we found some wheels, some US Mag Ramblers 22s for the OBS. Ours might be a little big, but we'll see what we can do. Nothing fender roller and the grinder can't fix, hopefully. This is how the front looks with the jack all the way down. I'm definitely gonna need to camber them in a little bit. I tried mounting both of them on, so it looks pretty nice. Definitely needs more low now. Kind of sucks that the 305s don't fit, because they look nice. A little fast forward. I went to the tire shop this morning. I mounted two new 255 30 22s in the front, so a little bit skinnier, and then the ones that I had on the front, I mounted in the rear, which are kind of stretched, but that's what we're gonna have to do to be able to fit it with the bed. And then these 305s that were on there before are still good, so I'm gonna try to post them up on Marketplace or something to see if anyone wants them. Earlier it wasn't fitting because of the camber, but I cambered it in a little bit, as you can tell. I mean, it obviously needs an alignment, but it'll fit there as long as I roll the fender. Well, yesterday, off camera, I cut the C-notch out and I bolted in the plate on this side. And I also made these two little holes for this bracket. So we got this side finished up, did it off camera, did it quick. So now I'm gonna do that side on here for you guys to enjoy and watch. Get her done, brother. Bada bing, bada boom. Next step, we got the C-notch on, and I got the holes marked out. Bottom two. Right there. So now we drill the holes. Like that, we're done. That's pretty much it. Let's put the bolts on now. The title for this video is going to be building an OBS Chevy on a budget. All bolted up, all 10 bolts. Next up, we gotta take out the spring and replace that mount and that spindle to the stock one. All right, so I got some good news and bad news. I being very careful because I didn't want the U-bolts to strip. So I was like, damn, I really don't want to buy new U-bolts. And luckily they didn't strip, but what the? All right, I'm gonna finish taking off what's left of these U-bolts and we'll be back. All right, I got a little carried away. I had some difficulties with pretty much everything, but whatever. I got everything situated and everything is pretty much done, tidied up. I got a little turn down at the auto parts store for the exhaust. It's Monday now. Last day I filmed was Saturday. Yesterday I kind of just had a reset day, cleaned up the shop a bit because it was getting messy, and changed the shackles in the rear. So, let me catch you guys up. We got the bed on. I put that on Saturday night. Set it up on there. But when I did put it on, it wasn't sitting right. It was sitting more or less like this. And I didn't like that. You know, I want it to be right here, flush. So we went ahead and put the drop shackles back on. And now it's sitting the way I want it. Well, not now, because I currently have it jacked up, so some weight is pushed forward. But when it's all the way down, it's sitting like more or less right here, so it's good. We're gonna start working on the front to lower it about an inch. So we're gonna cut the spring a little bit, and once we do that, we'll start rolling off 4 fenders. All right, well, we got the suspension all finished up. We got the spring cut and put back in. We also painted the calipers, made it look all pretty. So now we're gonna be rolling the fenders. This one I still gotta give it some love with some paint, but you can kind of see on this side how it turned out. Nice and flat. On this side, this one already got kind of mangled up from before. You can see it's kind of looks like bacon. So we're gonna work on that and give it some love. All right, well, here's the finished product. Thought I'd show you guys before I put the wheel on, but nice and smooth now, no more bacon. It's been a couple days since that last clip. We got the truck sitting on all 4 wheels now, looking good. All the fenders are rolled. It's not rubbing anymore. We're gonna take apart this front end so we can start painting the grill and doing the lights and bumpers and all that good stuff. And we're also gonna change the body mounts because it needs it really bad. So a little bit has changed since that last clip. It's been a couple days. In that time, we were actually color matching it. So I color matched the front and rear bumper. Touched up some spots like the roof and the tailgate that needed some love. As you can see, we got the nice color matched bumper, and we went ahead and polished the whole truck. Yes, it is a little faded on some spots, but it's fine. It's gonna be like that for now. I'll have the time to paint it nicely. Tailgate in the back, nicely painted. All right, so enough talking. Let's go ahead and finish this thing so we can have a nice truck to drive around. All right, well, major time lapse. We're here at Daytona for Daytona Turkey Run. We got both trucks here, all finished up. Got the OBS all done up, looking good. Came out great. Polished all the paint. We did the bed liner in the back. What else did we do? Painted some plastics and got other plastics that we were missing. Did the headliner, but it came out like shit, so we're gonna redo that. What else? Wheels, I polished them, but then was loading it up on the trailer and I kind of messed it up, so I gotta repolish them. Waxed it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Got the bumper sitting right. And with the dually, didn't really make a video on it, but got everything sitting right, sitting how it's supposed to be. Right now it's aired up, so it usually sits a lot lower, but I'll show you guys the air management system, how it came out. We did the blue bed liner in the back. So as you can see, we have everything hooked up already. Close that one there. And then on the inside, we got the seats mounted. Everything looking good. Here's your control for the switch. I guess I'll show you what it looks like aired out. yeah, overall it came out pretty good. So we're just gonna chill here for the weekend, enjoy the show. It's my first year here. I think this is the 52nd year of doing the show here, so it should be good. Yeah, if you guys like the build, let me know down below what you thought of it. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said before, if you guys want to see more on this stuff, more in depth of what I do day to day with the trucks, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I post a lot more there than anything else. And, yeah. Thanks again, and have a good one. Also, support me, because it helps out and it motivates me to keep on doing this stuff.